Fight, and fight we will, everybody. Welcome to the Matrixxx Groove Hour. Happy anniversary to Q. It is obviously 10/28, 2019. First post was today at 4:44 Eastern Time. And with that, I want to bring in my partner in justice, Mr. Shady Groove. Shady.
Hello, happy Monday. Wow, 2 full years, my good friend.
Yeah, and I just kind of
happy Q-versary.
I just kind of put, what a journey it's been. I've met so many great people, and that includes you, Mr. Groove, along the way. Fight. No homo. But, this is what we're here for, guys. It's all about, I think you said it best, Shady. What is it? How did you put it? Americans getting together. Real Americans that want truth getting together.
And getting to know each other and actually wanting to be a part of the country again, because the experiment of freedom is happening again. Before the president came in, it was an experiment in non-freedom, and now we're working on freedom again.
Yeah, I mean, well said, brother. Well said. I mean, this has been...
And these people out here are beautiful. You're beautiful. All of you great Anons, everyone worldwide, anyone that ever hears my voice in the future, you have no idea what these people have done. You really do not understand. And maybe one day we'll have it all together, Matrixxx, but this is an incredible time to be alive. 2 years into this operation, and look at how many patriots are working together with other patriots every day. It couldn't have been said 2 years ago, and it can be said today, and that is just wonderful.
Yeah, well said. I mean, 2 years ago, I was going to go get back on the couch and watch Netflix, after we got president elected. I'm like, well, okay, let's see what happens now. But this Q entity or team came along and gave me a revised, hope. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I started, decoding on the boards. And then in February, I said, they needed Twitter people. So I'm like, I'm going to be a Twitter person. And here I am. And people are listening to us, Shady. I am so honored and humbled for the opportunity to speak to you here today, but we couldn't do it without you guys. We need your support. We need to go to the next level. I hope we do sometime, Shady. We need sponsors. I don't want to have to do this on donations. So, I just am praying and hoping for the next level, Shady.
Yeah, and the echo chamber, I think, is getting ready to shift dramatically. We're getting ready to have a really very, very vocal person, I think, in General Flynn, whenever he can talk about what they did to him. And I have a feeling that the stories that he has to tell are way more even over the top than I think what we know. It's like the conversation is growing. We're going to grow with that conversation simply because we have the greatest audience really on YouTube, as far as I'm concerned, to people who understand what's going on with Q and understand the gravity of this taking down 1,000, 2,000, 6,000 year old cabal is not going to happen overnight. And these guys have been in it for the long run.
That's right. I mean, this was my tweet last night at 1:59 a.m. Happy second Q-niversary. First post was on 10/28/17, which was a Saturday at 16:44. Yeah, 16:44:28. 2 years and mathematically impossible to deny. I mean, there's way too many future-proof pasts and coincidences. And guys, if you don't know who Q is, please head on over to inthematrixx.com and hit new to Q, and you will see what this document is about. It's basically written by the Anons for you to check out, and it's very well done. It's something that you can print out. It's something you can save. It's something that you can a link that you can send to your friends and family, asking about who is Q and what is Q. This is a very well done document by Anons for Anons, for everybody. Exactly. I mean, truth is a lion. You don't have to defend it. Let it loose. It will defend itself. And that's what we're seeing, Shady.
That is what we're seeing. The truth is being set free from its prison.
Yeah. So inthematrixx.com, there you'll see who is Q. And speaking of General Flynn, outrageous government misconduct is exactly
so over the top
what is happening here. And Sidney Powell, I mean, God bless you, Sidney Powell, for doing what you're doing. And we're look at this. I found this tweet, March 27th, 2018 by Kim.com. And I wanted to show you what truth looks like. General Flynn was unmasked by Obama to achieve a political assassination. That unmasking was significantly more criminal than lying to a politicized anti-Trump FBI. Not a fan of the deep state wars, but Flynn gave 32 years to serve his country just to get killed in an Obama hit job.
Yeah, and I'd like to say that happy Q-University to Mr. Clapper, Mr. Comey, and Mr. Brennan. Because Mr. Clapper, let me tell you something, sir. Telling reporters to take the kill shot on Flynn is now on record, buddy. We know what you've done. We know what all of you guys did, and that is why you are so steaming. Like you can't even put a sentence together over there.
Brennan, Clapper, and Comey may want to lawyer up. Change my mind.
I'm not going to change this guy's mind. I need to put a donation in this guy's cup.
I know, right? I'm gonna put like a whole
Please get over there to this table at the event and support Mr. Barr.
Yeah, he's raised the bar, that's for sure, and amazing. Oh, I also want to cover this really quick. This is Kiwi Patriot.
Shout out to Kiwi and
Kiwi.
Pseudonym.
He might be right out there in chat, and Sue. Let's just play the beginning of this because I actually love the way it starts. Ready? Kiwi Patriot. Pseudonym. Boom. Love that. A little peppy dabbing. I love it. But let me tell you, it's all about the narrative, and they spent hours on it. It's a great video, a must-watch, folks. Very well done, Kiwi and Pseudonym. Shay, do you have anything you want to say about this as well?
Well, I want Anons to get over there and watch what he's putting together for you so that you can help red pill others. This is a great short video for showing people connections with Q, connections to the ancient world, to the Cabal, to MK Ultra, to Mockingbird, you name it. These guys are talking about it. They're telling you in the video very key understanding perspectives because other people are going to start asking you questions soon.
Yeah. Very well done, Kiwi. Thank you guys very much. Bravo. And you know what? We might even just, maybe we'll just put it up on our channel too, guys. I'll ask Kiwi and Sue if that's okay. Please get over there and watch it. Kiwi Patriot, Pseudonym. You guys are amazing. So thank you very much. So, we talked about, that's the Frazzle Drip stuff. Change my mind. This is, what if I told you that a red hat and the letter Q would one day terrify the poop out of millions of people, Shady?
Well, it would sound outrageous.
Yeah, it would, right?
But I would believe it in today's world.
Right. I mean, I even have family members that are terrified of Q in a red hat. Right? So I just
hashtag triggered.
Hashtag, yeah, unfortunately.
TDS runs deep.
This was an honor. Check this out.
And a shout out to In the Matrixxx XXX Matrixxx. You guys are great, and give me some time, and when I'm not so busy, I will come on and talk with y'all. I don't mind at all.
Thank you,
that
Jim.
Would be wonderful.
And I sent him the Zach Voorhees interview, and that's why he said you guys are great. He watched the video. So
nice.
Yeah, thank you, Jim Watkins. I appreciate it.
I know that guy is very busy right now.
I noticed there was people that dropped the soapbox. They were trolling, like, are you going to call out patriots that take money? Yet they take money. I mean, what is with the dividers of this movement? Enough is enough, folks. Enough is enough.
There's only a few of them, and whatever.
Yeah, whatever. So if you want to keep on keeping on, please consider a donation to the show. We got super chat right there. We got down below. We got the links to PayPal, T-shirts, and other things. What do we got? Patreon as well. Check this out. This is really a good graphic. Beer at the Parade put together. These people are sick. You think Q is trying to tell us something?
Sick. Yes, he is.
Q is trying to tell us something, right?
He's inadvertently trying to tell us that they're not people.
Right? Right? These people are sick. And I want to just, stupid too, right?
Well, yeah, I think one kind of goes along with the other.
Right, and there's Hillary, very, very wonderful looking look there, huh?
Well, I mean, that's a nice looking beast.
Oh, Hilda? Hilda?
If you're going to put it in that category.
Hilda Beast. All right, very well done. Beer at the Parade. Also, this is interesting, too. This is Barbara Flynn, Redgate, who leaked General Flynn. Deep State destroyed Flynn to stop audit of its operations. Lee Smith, D.C. gives kudos to Sidney Powell, who uncovers BS surrounding ambush and larger scope of how Intel Pentagon needed to get him out of power. Money, hidden black holes is their hashtag. So this is, we know, you guys know, Anons know. So, just keep on keeping on, Miss Sidney Powell. Amazing. Also, she wanted to, Sidney Powell's right here. Let's just go ahead and put this on. She retweeted The Dirty Truth, a.k.a. The Real Dirty, who we, a.k.a. _ Real Dirty. We love him. But the actual hearing in Judge Sullivan's court will be November 7th. So let's check this out.
Yes.
When the news broke in 2017 in February, attributed to senior intel officials that General Flynn had discussed sanctions with Ambassador Kislyak, contrary to what the vice president had said on television previously, following that leak overnight, there was a change in his 302. Do we know who did that?
There was. No, we don't know who did it, but we can see what the changes are. One of the exhibits of the 302 of the February 10th to the 302 of February 11th, and everyone can see what the changes were.
Well,
We've also included as an exhibit the notes of Mr. Strzok and the other agent who, for some reason, the government insists continue unnamed.
Why are we still waiting for all this evidence that they're supposed to hand over? And I know that you've been pushing to compel the government to hand over exculpatory evidence required by Brady and Judge Emmett Sullivan's standing order, but these briefs that you're putting out there, between showcasing the prosecution's penchant for withholding evidence and exposing significant new evidence in the defense team, when are we going to get to the bottom of this? And the real conclusion in this has to be the exoneration of General Flynn.
Well, I would imagine that the hearing on November 11th is going to produce a significant number of fireworks.
Remember, correction, November 7th.
I think Judge Sullivan has enough information before him now in our brief and the exhibits that I would not want to be standing there in Mr. Van Grack's shoes. If the government had any integrity at all at this point, if the Department of Justice has any integrity at all at this point, they will themselves move to dismiss the prosecution of General Flynn in the interest of justice that is long overdue.
That's right. They can't prosecute something they have no evidence for. So you heard the word 302s, right, Shady?
Yes.
So, this basically is talking about the 302s. So Hannity, Media Room, Bureau Bias, right? FBI. Oh, of course, that is, it's gone now. But actually, the media bias misled the DOJ with false information, or the DOJ they're all working together. So if you reread the drops regarding the 302 modifications, the DOJ forced to supply, right? And in Flynn's case, they couldn't come up with them, Shady.
Right.
So there's, obviously going to be fireworks. Rank and file are testing as informants. Hussein, White House senior staffer, is on record. Payne, House of Cards, these people are sick. Doctors treating. Q. Very amazing. So here's another one here. Look at this. This is in regards to 302s as well. Comey to look at this. This is a huge one. Reconcile. Reporting incorrect per White House the day before. Enemy, slave. Mueller and you won? I mean, do you realize Mueller is implicated in Uranium One scam, Shady? I mean,
yes, I do.
This is insane. He's
implicated in a lot of it.
Yeah.
Going back to a long time, we're finding.
Yep, and Mueller, Comey to POTUS not being investigated, RR to POTUS not being investigated, Mueller to POTUS not a criminal target. And he says that Trump is not a target in the Cohen investigation and all of this stuff right here. So baiting POTUS. Why no contract with WL, WikiLeaks, and JA, contact? What is being investigated? Why is Mueller's team stacked with ex-Clinton D senior level authorities? Why are POTUS supporters screaming for end? POTUS witch hunt end. Add Rudy. Quiet. Can the investigation officially, publicly drop POTUS from review and continue? Why did the Podesta Group close shop? Why are known bad actors in full support of Mueller? Why did POTUS interview FBI Director Mueller a day prior to SC appointment if impossible to assign a position? Why did Sessions recuse? What are the powers of Huber, IG, Huber, H? Who has the power? Who can know? Are the D's using as midterm tactic and now 2020 election tactic to win the House and Senate and presidency, right? Are D's using as ammo to gain majority to impeach? Isn't that amazing? When was this, Shady?
Isn't that amazing?
When was this? This was 4/27/18.
Yeah, just April of 18.
Impeach on what grounds? What facts exist to impeach? House report, POTUS, no evidence of collusion. Okay. Mueller report will contradict per Brennan tweet today. Disconnect exists. R's, D's, negative for POTUS. And remember, there's rhinos out there that are negative for POTUS. McCain. We can name them off. Rubio. Insurance policy. Comey release of memos obtain SC. SC attack POTUS witch hunt. SC Comey. And that's Supreme Court, right? Comey, RR, state, POTUS, not under investigation. Flynn pleads guilty to none committed crime. S interviewed. SP relationship with judge. Number 2, SP 302 mod. Fusion GPS, the Brits, raw intel dossier, 5 eyes. Google, DNC rigging super delegates, funding voter rolls, agreement, BS election, voter fraud, CIA, DNI, Shady. We missed that one, right? FBI, DOJ, Secretary of State, President. More than you can imagine regarding HRC insurance win. Why? Cover? Remainder illegal acts. Confused? SC targeting who? SC on team. SC off team. Questions reveal answers. Time will tell. And I think we just got some answers from this post today, just now, Shady.
Yeah, right there where you scroll down to the 302.
Yep.
That says Strzok and Page, S&P.
Yeah. S&P, Strzok and Page. Very
and
good.
So now it's coming out, like per Sydney just last week, that it was probably Lisa Page who changed the 302, and that's why they can't put it up. They can't give it up. They can't give it.
So they have a relationship with Sullivan? Is that what they're saying there?
Yes. No. Wasn't it the other judge? Maybe it was Sullivan. I thought it was another
the FISA court judge, possibly. I
think it was the FISA court judge there that we were pinpointing in that post, but I could be wrong on that.
Time will tell, right?
Mm-hmm. But yeah, lots of interesting stuff happening with the 302s out there right now, and this is great to be pointing this out because this is where the media, there's a whole country full of lawyers that are looking at what the DOJ did, and they are looking at each other going, "What in the world is this?"
Yeah,
they don't understand. They're like, "Wow, this has no basis in law. This impeachment is completely a fraud, and no one is supposed to be treated like this, and we're required every day to give everybody their innocent till proven guilty rights, and they're not doing that."
That's right.
To any of these people, not Michael Flynn, not Manafort, not any of these people. Now, Matrixxx just the other day, they're saying that the AP went to the DOJ. The Associated Press went to the DOJ offering them different things to charge Manafort with. So the AP was approaching the Department of Justice saying, or the FBI, you need to charge Manafort with this, and then they gave them the security code to his storage locker.
That's right.
The Associated Press outed Paul Manafort to the FBI. The journalists.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Leaks. I mean, and that's,
wow.
I know, it's insane. And people are protecting these people. I mean, anybody with half a brain. Well, wait, sorry, because Biden actually has half a brain.
That was a direct shot at Biden, man.
I know. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Oh my
Poor
gosh.
Guy.
I know,
it's
right?
Like, he's like, we have to look at him like the Cowardly Lion or something.
Oh my gosh. And this was awesome.
Oh wait, that was courage. Well, he doesn't have any.
Right. So our President Donald Trump said he was worried about telling the swamp about the attack due to leaking. I mean, we need to stop this treason. This never would have happened under HRC. He said he's watching a movie. He also said the towers were bombed, right? But we do know that there are 2 attacks on the Trade Center. One that was a bomb in the basement, right? And then one that, probably was controlled demolition. But whatever, So, yeah, I know. But this is amazing. I mean, look at what happened to the Army. Look at this. Don't need to fear the boogeyman, because when the sun goes down, our tanks are on the prowl. There was also a really cool Marine tweet as well after our president said something big has just happened.
And that was night before last, and he had everybody on pins and needles.
That's right. So we got something big. But I also want to point out, too, just to stay real quick on the General Flynn thing, look at October 26th, Donald J. Trump, did a thread on Michael Flynn. General Michael Flynn's attorney is demanding that charges be immediately dropped after they found the FBI agents manipulated records against them. And what did we just see in the Q post here? That they were altered, guys.
Altered 302s?
Yeah, they're altered. And, modifications, mod. Reread drops regarding 302 mods. I mean, so I'm sure Q is just a LARP, Shady. I mean, this is getting crazy, right? So, okay. So FBI manipulated records against him. They said that James Clapper told the report to take a kill shot at Flynn. This has been a complete setup of Michael Flynn.
Happy Q-University, Mr. Clapper.
Yeah, happy Q-University. Right.
Also, I want to give a
I want
to give a little shout out to Jack Posobiec out there, Matrixxx. He's telling people that this is James Baker, the FBI guy, and it's James Baker, the director of the ONA, who is actually behind some of this leaking. But they're blaming. It's interesting how his swamp is blaming it on the wrong swamp now.
Yeah, I don't even follow
like layers of
He's
swamp
blocked
blaming.
me after I said that Xboxes do have.
Sydney sent out a tweet trying to correct the record. That's why I'm mentioning it.
Okay, gotcha. Oh, good, thank you. But they completely exonerated him of being an agent of Russia. Reality, Crooked Hillary charged Tulsi Gabbard and Jill Stein with the same thing, and WikiLeaks and Trump. Everything's Russia.
Well, you're Russia too, Matrixxx. You're a Russian bot. I'm a Russian bot.
Do not tell anybody. Wait, I almost went into my California's Schwarzenegger impression. Oh,
that'll work. That's close enough to communist.
Oh my gosh. And yet Mr. Comey still runs to the White House on February 14th and conjures up obstruction of justice narrative against the president when Flynn had been cleared of everything long before that. The DOJ is withholding a lot of evidence and information, as are Clapper and Brennan and all of the people that participated in the complete setup of Michael Flynn. Terrible. Sidney Powell, this is a disgrace. Thank you at Fox and Friends. Hopefully this is just the beginning of a massive story of injustice and treason. You will never learn this from the corrupt lamestream media, who gets Pulitzer Prizes for reporting the story totally wrong. The ones who report it right get only respect.
They're giving Pulitzer Prizes to the people that can lie the most.
So look he's respecting you guys. You are the news now, folks. We are the news. This is what we're doing here, guys.
The people that know the truth is who he's talking to, man.
Boom. Shady say
sir.
Boom, boom, boom. Boom.
There's a lot of us.
There is a lot of us. I mean, look at that. And this is amazing, guys. So thank you, Donald J. Trump. I mean, wow, that was amazing. Also, I had a poll out there, Shady. Is anybody here, I'm getting a little tired, Shady. Are you tired? Are you tired of winning?
No.
No?
No.
Ha, neither am I, man. Because this is my president right here. Here it is. Oh, look at who's tired of winning.
Crazy 1%.
That's Jack Posobiec.
Oh, that was him.
I'm exhausted. No more.
Jack Posobiec's like, I can't keep up. I have no intelligence.
Heck no. Keep winning. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Look at that.
My intelligence.
Wait. How many days without winning? Days without winning. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Oh, here's my first viral meme ever. I love it. Thank you for posting that. Just woohoo, winning. That is what our president has done. If you're tired, if you are not tired of winning, hit 45. And man, we got to really keep going for this 2020. All right, so let's go to this. We got to go to this ISIS crap that just happened, and then we've got the baseball. I mean, we got so much to report today. So let's just take it with the something. Oh wait, first of all, the Democrats are in deep trouble when they draw more people at a funeral than a rally.
It's true.
Look at there they are. Look at they can fill that place up. Were we witnessing the death of the Democrat Party, Shady?
It's a slow moving train wreck, but yes, it is a test.
Also, this is a good thread by Brian Cates. You remember if you don't remember the video pictures of the absolute total barbarism of ISIS terrorist group, the beheadings, the burning alive, the mass execution, but most of America does. This is a great reminder, Brian. Draw and strike on Twitter. So let's go ahead and look at this. This is, let me scroll down to where this actually started happening. Here's the actual attack, guys. Did anybody hear a boom? That's 2 booms.
Thunder.
Another boom.
You put a lot of money into that guy, Deep State.
Yeah, yeah. And they're going to start praising Allah and all that crap. Boom. That's all I got to say. So that is it. That was the that is the attack that was by Batin Kurdistani, and he's talking about Trump, how they help with the coalition and everything and all that crap, and all pissed off. But he did give thanks to the you guys, Batin. Just so you know, I watched the whole thing.
Also it was interesting to hear the president whenever he was talking about this. He came out and he did his conference about it. He was saying, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I was taken back by him. He said that we let the Russians know that we were coming in. We were flying the helicopters low to the ground. They were people on the ground randomly shooting at the helicopters.
Yep.
But it's just interesting that he's like, we had to fly over the Russians to do this. We let them know
and
that
Iraq.
we were doing it and that they would be pleased with the result. And look at how foreign countries just trusted one another.
Yeah.
Now, maybe that isn't. Maybe
no. That's a great point, Shady. That is a
breezed
great point.
over here, but to me, it looks like the Russia that I'm so terrified of just allowed me to take out a enemy who was someone who was causing chaos in the world. Now, why, if Russia was wanting to cause chaos in the world, would they not just say, no, please, let's not be flying over me. We'll shoot you down if you do that.
Absolutely.
Right?
And
we're not in an adversarial position with them, and it's perfect proof.
That's perfect proof, Shady. You couldn't have said it better, bro. That's absolutely amazing.
We are winning.
Yeah, winning. And everybody is saying that Donald Trump is going to start World War III. Remember that? And they're now complaining that they're going to bring the troops home. I mean, you can't have it both ways.
If he's going to start World War III, you might as well just bomb the Russians on your way to Baghdadi.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Let's watch a little bit of this. Wait, should we just play some of this, Shady? Let's play this.
The United States brought the world's #1 terrorist leader to justice. Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi is dead. He was the founder and leader of ISIS, the most ruthless and violent terror organization anywhere in the world. The United States has been searching for Baghdadi for many years. Capturing or killing Baghdadi has been the top national security priority. U.S. Special Operations Forces executed a dangerous and daring nighttime raid in northwestern Syria and accomplished their mission in grand style. The U.S. personnel were incredible. I got to watch much of it. No personnel were lost in the operation, while a large number of Baghdadi's fighters and companions were killed with him. He died after running into a dead-end tunnel, whimpering and crying and screaming all the way. The compound had been cleared by this time, with people either surrendering or being shot and killed. 11 young children were moved out of the house and are uninjured. The only ones remaining were Baghdadi in the tunnel, and he had dragged 3 of his young children with him, they were led to certain death. He reached the end of the tunnel as our dogs chased him down. He ignited his vest, killing himself and the 3 children. His body was mutilated by the blast. The tunnel had caved in on it in addition. But test results gave certain, immediate, and totally positive identification. It was him. The thug who tried so hard to intimidate others spent his last moments in utter fear, in total panic and dread, terrified of the American forces bearing down on him. We were in the compound for approximately 2 hours, and after the mission was accomplished, we took highly sensitive material and information from the raid, much having to do with ISIS, origins, future plans, things that we very much want. Baghdadi's demise demonstrates America's relentless pursuit of terrorist leaders and our commitment to the enduring and total defeat of ISIS and other terrorist organizations. Our reach is very long. As you know, last month we announced that we recently killed Hamza bin Laden, the very violent son of Osama bin Laden, who was saying very bad things about people, about our country, about the world. He was the heir apparent to Al-Qaeda, terrorists who oppress and murder innocent people should never sleep soundly, knowing that we will completely destroy them. These savage
Shady, those that know cannot sleep.
monsters will not escape their fate, and they will not escape the final judgment of God. Baghdadi has been on the run for many
What did he say? God wins? Oh my
God
gosh.
wins.
Yeah.
years, long before I took office. But at my direction, as Commander-in-Chief of the United States, we obliterated his caliphate 100% in March of this year. Today's events are another reminder that we will continue to pursue the remaining ISIS terrorists to their brutal end. That also goes for other terrorist organizations. They are likewise in our sights. Baghdadi and the losers who worked for him,
Boom.
and losers they are. They had no idea what they were getting into. In some cases, they were very frightened puppies. In other cases, they were hardcore killers.
Every dog has
But
his
they
day.
killed many,
right.
many people. Their murder of innocent Americans.
So I want to remind you this too, and we're going to go over some of these posts after this though, Shady, but every dog has its day was referred to John McCain. Keep that in mind, folks, okay?
Yes.
Oh, it's not letting me restart it. There we
James
go.
Foley, Stephen Sotloff, Peter Kasich, and Kayla Mueller were especially heinous.
These are the
The
beheading videos,
shocking
folks.
publicized murder of Jordanian pilot, a wonderful young man, spoke to the king of Jordan. They all knew him. They all loved him. He was burned alive in a cage for all to see. On the execution of Christians in Libya and Egypt, as well as the genocidal mass murder of Yazidis, rank ISIS among the most depraved organizations.
Yeah.
The history of our world. The forced religious conversions, the orange suits prior to so many
They don't like me playing this, Shady.
beheadings, all of which were openly displayed for the world to see. This was all that Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, this is what he wanted. This is what he was proud of. He was a sick and depraved man, and now he's gone. Baghdadi was vicious and violent, and he died in a vicious and violent way as a coward, running and crying. This raid was impeccable and could only have taken place with the acknowledgement and help of certain other nations and people. I want to thank the nations of Russia, Turkey, Syria, and Iraq, and I also want to thank the Syrian Kurds for certain support they were able to give us. This was a
See? Turkey, Kurds, and Syria for the support, guys.
Dangerous mission.
Very dangerous.
Thank you as well to the great intelligence professionals who helped make this very successful journey possible. I want to thank the soldiers and sailors, airmen, and Marines involved in last night's operation. You are the very best there is anywhere in the world. No matter where you go, there is nobody even close. I want to thank General Mark Milley and our Joint Chiefs of Staff. And I also want to thank our professionals who work in other agencies of the United States government and were critical to the mission's unbelievable success. Last night was a great night for the United States and for the world. A brutal killer, one who has caused so much hardship and death, has violently been eliminated. He will never again harm another innocent man, woman, or child. He died like a dog. He died like a coward. The world is now a much safer place. God bless America. Thank you.
Wow. And, we'll go, you can watch the rest, but I wanted to just release that statement. It's very important because,
yes, it is.
Because what the president just said is, he talked about Russia, right? Allowing Russia, allowed him to come in. So let's just take a look at the Q posts with ISIS, and guess how many there are?
17.
Oh my gosh, you just can't make this up. So we're going to go from the first Q post of ISIS, and basically Q is saying you can paint the picture based solely on the questions asked. Be vigilant today and expect a major false flag. Does anyone find it to be coincidence that there is always a terrorist attack when bad news breaks for the Ds? What is that called? Military relevant? How? Barack Obama could not and would not allow the military to destroy ISIS. Why? How was ISIS formed? When? How has POTUS made such progress in such a short time since he's been president? Alice in Wonderland. Now, here we go. This is all about, HUMA, HRC, Clinton Foundation, Saudi Arabia, Muslim Brotherhood, Awan Group. This is all having to do with, the billions,
terrorism.
The billions sent to Iraq. How does this have to do with ISIS, folks?
Because they were holding all the money.
That's right. They were
using it and taking all the weapons, and it was like, everything that the military could send their way, they were sending straight through them and stealing it.
And this was 11/2/17. This one is 11/4/17. But I want to show you this too.
This will be literally 4 days. This is within a week of the first Q post, guys.
That's right. That's right. So we knew.
This is how long we've known this.
Right. So who funds ISIS? What email published by WikiLeaks connects Saudi Arabia and Qatar to ISIS? Was HRC connected? Why is this relevant? Do you understand what is going on here, people?
Oh, those emails were about the wedding.
That's right. No, the wedding and exercising, right?
Oh, exercising, yeah.
Right.
Thank goodness. I mean, it's really, it's paying off. She's really in shape.
So look at this, Shady. Why is Russia helping to kill ISIS? See that?
Mutual enemy.
That's right. Because the deep state always wants war with Russia, because they're moving everything to China. And they use Russia. So who created ISIS? Who controlled ISIS? What is the purpose of ISIS? Who is MS-13? I mean,
The intelligence agencies.
That's right. Here we go.
NRO.
Yeah, NRO, exactly. Because that's where the money went to the North Korea for the NRO missile, projects and satellites. So beware of major false flag attempts this week. Know your surroundings. Change of news cycle will be needed. Ability to attack limited. ISIS on life support. Tactics shift to threats, hostages to obtain rogue ops. Silence 187. No risk, no capture. Dead on arrival. Silence LV. Is that Las Vegas? Silence
Yes,
Las
yes.
Vegas witnesses. Silence Las Vegas FBI. Silence will not last forever. Trust.
One of the first uses of lawyer trust.
That's right. CNBC bomb airport. News credentials failed at SEC. False flag attempt. ISIS on life support. Clowns failed. That's the CIA, guys. That's who protects the United States of America and body politic trust, not you and I.
And that's 1/19/18, which would be only 1 year since the president took office.
That's right.
So within a year, we had that mess cleaned up. So it's been cleaned up for a couple of years. We're just now talking about it because it's
right.
entering the conversation.
So what they want to do, Shady, is open the border, flood illegals, D's win. ISIS, MS-13, fund, install, fear, targeting, removal, domestic assets, etc.
That's why these prosecutors in places like Philly and Chicago won't prosecute gang-related violence, huh?
That's it. And we just saw an amazing speech today, too.
And they won't let ICE get them out of here.
That's right. So look at this. This is NK is a CIA black site, guys. Here it is.
I actually just used that meme the other day. That's interesting. This one would come up.
There's another one, too. Watch.
Came up in something else, too.
There's another one. There's another one, right? So ask yourself, why is NK participating in the games? I mean, this was this is a controlled op. Remember, we saw the NRO logos on North Korea buildings, Shady?
Mm-hmm.
So ask yourself, why is NK participating in the O games this year, Olympic? Ask yourself, why is the sister with Pence? Ask yourself, if controlled, how might you protect yourself and look for a way out? Ask yourself, what is a distraction? Ask yourself, why did Korea come together as a country versus North and South? Ask yourself, what occurred in Asia? Reference PICS just prior to the O games. Reference the PICS. What happened in Asia? North Korean cheer squad president was impossible skaters to ignore. Mesmerizing spectacle of North Korea's army of beauties. I just love the whole F Trump opening up to the Olympics. Look at that. Michael Moore. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Okay. Sorry. Ask yourself, what does freed mean? Ask yourself, do we want a war? Ask yourself, who is trying to start a war? Ask yourself, if a missile was launched by rogue actors, what would be the purpose, Brennan Clapper? Ask yourself, what should immediately start a war? Ask yourself, would the public understand the following statement? Rogue actors, clowns, U.S. former heads of state, initiated with a missile launch in order to force the U.S. into a war conflict against X. Be the autists we know you are. Those who cannot understand that we cannot simply start arresting without first ensuring the safety and well-being of the population, shifting the narrative, removing those in D.C. through resignations to ensure success, defeating ISIS, MS-13 to prevent fail-safes, freezing assets to remove network-to-network abilities, kill off COC to prevent top-down comms, organizations, etc., should not be participating in discussions. Look at here. Here we've got John McCain, and over his shoulder...
Over his shoulder
there is the person that we just killed, Shady. Now,
Boom.
Do you also see McCain's little lapel pin there?
I do.
Is that the American flag? What? I can't
It is
tell.
not.
That's not the American flag.
No.
Why is that Syria's flag on his lapel pin?
Because that's who he represents.
Oh, so he's not a hero.
No. He's a traitor.
Right.
A
Now,
direct traitor.
remember, guys, we cannot forget about Moaz Mustafa, okay? He's part of the Muslim Brotherhood, okay? And he's
A1 group.
Yeah, and he's in Congress, I believe. He's part of the Muslim Brotherhood in Congress. Here is John McCain right here, hanging out with our boy that we just killed, just sitting down having a chat.
I would like to see a few of these other people he's talking with maybe find the same fate.
That's right. So here you go. That's Soccer Moaz, that guy. Dig, social media contacts, who worked for who, access level, find all pics, bigger than you know. One example of many is Awan. Why did Hussein protect ISIS? POTUS, ISIS focus and destroy 1 year versus Hussein 8 years versus George W. Bush. DC access sold out. Bring back the gallows. Q.
It's called Make Sure We Keep the Boogeyman So America Keeps Paying.
Who used this meme just the other day, Shady?
I used this meme just the other day.
Yes, you did. Look at that. And it's relevant right now. And then this is about Al-Qaeda is still a global network, Sarah Carter. And this is how has POTUS been able to essentially destroy ISIS within 1 year, with first year, but Hussein could not, right? So what is JB's? What is Brennan's background? Muslim by faith? Yes, he converted to Muslim, if you guys recall. Yep. What is Hussein's background? Muslim by faith? What is Valerie Jarrett's background? Muslim by faith? Why was Hussein administration breaking down administration by faith? Why was the public sheltered regarding ISIS for so long? Why was Al-Qaeda deemed the primary adversary of ISIS versus ISIS? Do you believe the U.S. intel did not know Osama bin Laden's son was a prominent figure in Al-Qaeda? If known to live, intel or geo target to target? Define C_regional assets. Operation Cyclone, Mujahideen, Afghanistan. AIDS of Soviet resistance, aiding anti-Soviet resistance. So basically, when we went into Afghanistan, Mika's father, Zbigniew Brzezinski, started up this database. It was called The Base. And Al-Qaeda means the base. And they used, he goes, what better way to start a war with a country than to make them weak with war? And that's what they did to Russia. That's what they did. Yep. Okay, that's facts. Facts matter, guys. So these are all the, look at that, MS-13 ISIS reinforcements for wet work regarding Riri drops. See the gun tucked in the pants of the money man? This is Matt Gaetz. There it is.
This was where they were passing out the money to the migrants.
That's right.
Cartel.
This is how they're doing it, guys. And Q told us all along, folks. Q has told us. And, take your time. Go ahead and read them. But this is amazing. I also want to cover some other things on this, too, okay? Because it is unbelievable that our president, @Real Donald Trump, said that he didn't tell Pelosi and the swamp about the attack due to leaking. I mean, this is treason, and this never would have happened under HRC. This would still be going strong. This guy would not be dead. And I want to kind of show you why, because everybody doesn't realize that, what really happened, right? And we'll go to that Comey report, too. We got some breaking news on that. Shady, just let me know. Barron Trump said, breaking, the United States has captured al-Baghdadi, the head of ISIS. Thank you, Barron. I love that. And let's listen to this because this is only 55 seconds. 5-5, guys.
He was the founder and leader of ISIS.
Here.
Last night, the United States brought the world's #1 terrorist leader to justice. Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi is dead.
So we heard that earlier, but he released that. He retweeted a video that's 55 seconds long, Shady. Now, United States of Q, who might be out there, hat tip to you, United States of Q. Check this out. Never sleep soundly, right? Knowing those that know cannot sleep is the Q post. So, and was he implicating No Name? So if there's sensitive materials, right? I think there's a lot more that he's implicating too, as well. And this is a flashback by Jim Hoft. Never, forget that he was held at U.S. prison camp Bucca in 2009 until Obama White House agreed to let him go under the Bush deal made in 2004 or something like that. This was a Bush/Obama event. Why this guy was released, folks.
Yeah. This was deep state at its best.
Right. So Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, he's an austere religious scholar at the helm of Islamic State. Religious scholar. This is a religious scholar. Look at the crazy in the eyes, guys.
Hey, Bezos.
Yeah, Bezos, you're showing your true colors.
Yes, now, sir, and your true allegiance.
I also want to let you know this. Because Lindsay actually was with McCain. Let's listen.
I compliment the president for coming up with a model in Syria that we probably should have done in Iraq. This is a game changer with the killing of Baghdadi. This is a moment where we should all be proud of our American military and our intelligence community. This is a moment where President Trump's worst critic should say, "Well done, Mr. President."
Wow, he looks like he's about ready to cry, guys. You know why? Because he knows what McCain did. He knows. And
he was part of it.
He was part of it. And not all that are bad, and they will become under submission and stuff. But do you think that his heart hurts because he allowed this to happen, guys?
Yep.
Now I didn't like him before recently, but that was a very interesting.
Well, he's on a short leash.
Yeah.
A very, very, very short leash.
Do the right thing, Lindsay.
And if you're contemplating why not just get out?
Apparently Seb Gorka, I can't see Seb Gorka because he's a never Trumper, acting like a real Trumper, fake MAGA, but he retweeted this today too. But do you see the patch, guys?
Pain.
Yeah, this is the dog that was injured. God bless you. All right, so this is Brian's. This is everybody's dead. This is Pelosi. This is a good tweet. Can you imagine if some on the intel obtained from al-Baghdadi raid yesterday showed knowledge of certain suspicious meeting 2 weeks ago in Jordan between 8 corrupt House Democrats and 1 resigning Republican? Would that be grounds for their impeachment?
Mm-hmm.
Great tweet. Great tweet.
Great point.
Yeah, very good. So this is very cool. Let me just see this. Go to our group. This is the Facebook group. And this was a picture last night. Dan Scavino said, an evening at the White House I'll never forget with POTUS. God bless our great U.S. military for conducting a successful mission. The world's #1 terrorist and leader of ISIS, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, is dead.
Funny, just 10 days ago, Pelosi and Schumer walked out of the White House meeting about Syria, and now they want to know about Syria.
Right? Exactly. I mean, it's insane.
Oh, we might have told you if you'd have stayed in the meeting.
It's insane. In fact, I just got messed up here. Oh,
probably not, but
hang on. Let me grab this real quick. Twitter just screwed me up here. They like to do that because I don't like the new Twitter, so I have the old Twitter little thing.
Yeah, we had to reset it every once in a while.
Every now and again we got to reset it. So let's go to this. Okay, so this is a Q post 1326. Names, no name previous meeting, discussions of death, funeral, medical, or escape. Now comes the pain. Q, 5 most wanted ISIS leaders just captured. And that was May 10th, 2018. Okay, that's what President Trump was saying, and Q saying how we've pretty much destroyed ISIS because we got 5 of their most wanted leaders. Okay, boom. So then you've got this. You've got elections have consequences. We don't say his name. Adios. The protected flow into Arizona is no more. Under the cover of his health, he will not be seeking another term. And that was before he said that. So John McCain was visited by friends and family after surgery. John McCain revokes his Trump endorsement and says he'll write in another candidate. Consequences. Hero. There he is.
Huh.
Hero.
Hero.
There's your hero, guys. We don't say his name. Now comes the
Meanwhile,
pain.
our president was booed at the game last night.
Well, we're going to get into that too. Yeah, we're going to definitely get into that. But I wanted to just cover some of these old, Q posts, right? So this is no name, medical escape. This is he had a deadly virus, deadly virus being used to combat his incurable cancer. It's amazing that what he has is the
access.
This whatever glioblastoma, which Senator McCain has diagnosed, which only 10% of the patients survive for 3 years. He survived for a little longer than that, guys. Also, we knew with that Q post that 30 days, right? So how long, so that brings us to when did No Name get diagnosed? Publicly announced in 2017, July. Someone suffering from glioblastoma only survives about 16 months. Just very interesting stuff, right? This is, Iran confirms meeting with Kerry, so we've got that. And this is the also
Logan Act.
Yeah, the Logan Act. I mean, this is it. This, in case you missed it, this is the Q74, right? Q Post 74. Very amazing. We decoded that. If you go look at Patriot Fight, we are Q Post 74. Just very amazing. So just check all this stuff out, guys. This is an old thread. If you open it, so McMaster's father. This was interesting, right? This is not a game. Q Post that, guys.
McMaster was just up to shenanigans just now.
Yeah, and here's Jerome Corsi. Oh God. Q proof, so also, just go back and look at old Q posts, guys. If you guys are missing Q, there's no need. So John McCain, who's your buddy? And I'm asking Meghan McCain to see, to help explain. And this is John McCain.
Can you tell us why your dad was setting up a caliphate in the Syrian desert?
Yeah.
Kind of an odd thing for a senator to do.
I think so, right?
Yeah,
I
it's
think
a little
so.
unusual. A lot of people would consider it something like what's that word?
Treason.
Treason.
And the facts matter. Baghdadi was still in custody in 2009 under Obama. The terms of the status of forces agreement with Iraq required the U.S. to turn over all prisoners to the custody of Iraq's criminal system. That agreement was negotiated and agreed by the Bush
43.
administration. That's right. That's right. So let's look at this. Let's talk about ISIS now. Hussein, here we go.
Too slowly. As I've said before, this aspect of our strategy was moving too slowly, but the fall of Ramadi has galvanized the Iraqi government. So with the additional steps I ordered last month, we're speeding up training of ISIL forces, including volunteers from Sunni tribes in Anbar province.
Oh, interesting.
And it is totally interesting how it's always ISIL with him.
Yeah.
Always with the Levant.
Let's look at this.
I call President Obama and Hillary Clinton the founders of ISIS. They're the founders. You get the MVP award. ISIS will hand her
McCain
the
was the
most
treasurer.
valuable player award. Her only competition is Barack Obama between the two.
Yeah.
Donald Trump's criticism.
Yeah, and that and General Flynn in his book says that the rise of ISIS was a willful decision of Obama administration. ISIS was no random uprising, but a carefully groomed and orchestrated, controlled opposition group, guys. All right, so here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
Lock him up.
You say brainwashing?
Yeah, that's a swamp right there, guys. This is exactly why I don't watch the World Series, guys.
Well, there's a good theory out there that he did that he went to do this on purpose, that he knew that this was going to happen because he wanted the country to see the swamp.
Now, look at in the background, okay? See where the umpire is? It says Veterans for Impeachment sign right there.
To get the out. Here he
See that?
goes on the road. For the
Veterans
Nationals
for
in
impeachment.
Houston. And the Astros in
I highly doubt veterans want his impeachment.
I mean, there can't be that many because from the veterans that I know,
with his slider, once ball away.
they're with him because he's allowed them to go get regular care whenever the VA won't take care of them.
Right.
I mean, they can all do that now. They can just go to the hospital and get care.
Shady, you can go make a sign that says Veterans for Impeachment, okay?
Yes, I can.
All right, and that's all I want to say. I support our veterans, and so does our president, folks. But this was shown on the Jumbotron.
They're making sure that everybody sees it.
That's right.
It's a George Soros sign.
Yeah, this is why I do not support the baseball. I didn't even know there was a World Series going on, to tell you the truth.
Yeah,
and I don't
me
even
neither.
care. All right.
But I know what's going on in Mr. Flynn's case.
Here's an impeach Trump sign. I mean, they would never allow that sign to hang, man.
I'd like for him to go to a game in Texas and get the opposite response.
Yeah. Yeah. So there it is. Impeach Trump. Look at that. Ridiculous.
Now look at what's happening is notice how since they started to lose, they started to use the sports like they're celebrities.
I've noticed that.
Like
Absolutely.
Hollywood.
Yes.
There was no politics in sports 10 years ago, bro.
Right.
None.
No.
Like nowhere. Like people wouldn't even talk about it. People were like, hey, what do you think about George W. Bush? They put their head down and I don't want to say anything.
So let's
SNL barely make fun of them.
They started with NASCAR. I mean, don't they realize that
Same.
most liberals don't like sports?
I don't think they understand that.
All right. So I'm not going to watch the World Series ever again. All right. So look at this, guys. This is real Donald Trump in section 119. Think mirror. And you know what the final jab was to these guys, right? You know this, right? This is amazing because apparently the score was 7-1. Washington lost. Think mirror 1-7.
17.
Is that like the ultimate troll?
Wow.
So there he is. That's for in KUN_ET. Since winning the game 5 by a score of 7-1, the record is now 107-55. 17-55, 5-5. Do you guys get it? Do I have to slap you guys? I'm sure it's a coincidence.
It's in a vortex. It's getting weird.
Maybe that's how Trump became. He just does bets on games, right? That's how he became a billionaire. Goes in the
time machine. That's what I'd be doing.
Right, that's what I'd be doing too, man. I'm telling you. So definitely check that thread out. I refuse to watch it, guys. If you guys refuse to watch baseball, basketball, football, I mean, press 2020 until they get their act cleared up.
There's no need to be entertained whenever the people are taking a political position.
Right.
It's not entertaining.
Right.
It isn't. I mean, it's not. I want to have a political discussion over here. I want to be entertained over here. That's supposed to be what we're doing.
Yeah, I don't want to listen to anybody's views.
I don't need to know about...
all we need to do is go to the voting booth, guys. That's it. We don't need to argue here on Twitter. We don't need to argue at the games. We don't need to see the crap. Just make your own mind up. Once we get the voter rolls with all the dead people off there, just go to the voting booth.
Make voting a sporting event, and we'd win.
And make families great again instead of this division. All right, so
make families the center of your life again.
That's right. Rep. Katie Hill. It is with broken heart that today I announce my resignation from Congress and Nazi tattoo. This is the hardest thing I've ever had to do, but I believe
nudity in government.
I believe it is the best thing for my country, our constituents, my community, and our country with a lowercase c. See my official statement below. But do you see that? It's the betterment of the country, right? So,
it's definitely better for the country for her to leave.
Well, let's see what Q says about that, right? Any person making statements that they will not be seeking re-election was put in submission for the betterment of the country. For the betterment of the country, Shady.
Direct quote.
Not all will be prosecuted and all will do as told. You will see more of this occur. Not normal yet disregarded, and even on the D side, Rep. Katie Hill. Who's next?
Next.
Line them up. Line them up. All right. So some pretty interesting stuff, Shady.
Well, I think that Q Plus and Q and Anons and Patriots are on fire.
All right. So here's a Andy Ostroy.
Flippable poll.
Yeah. Do you agree with Joe, NBC, and Morning Brzezinski? Clowns. Joe has a dead intern he still has to talk about that showed up in his office in Florida. Mika Brzezinski
strangulation marks on her neck.
Yeah, that was she burned her hair curling iron. Right. That is wrong for Americans to chant "lock them up." Absolutely wrong. There's no evidence, guys. Also,
Hillary was never the president.
No, and never will be.
I don't know if people realize that, but whenever we scream "lock her up" at Hillary, she wasn't the president.
That's right. That's good. A good point, dude. Good point. So, guys, get out there.
Or wasn't really elected anywhere except for the Senate.
Get out there and flip it. Ron at Code Monkey put together a handful of anti-deplatforming tools and services. We will be releasing them one by one as not to confuse. Follow Is It Wet Yet for more information on the coming release schedule. Shout out to Lim the Nick and everybody who is helping behind the scenes. Digital resiliency. Now, from what I understand from the video that I watched with Jim, is that you're going to have a node on your computer, kind of like Napster, Shady, where we'll be able to do that.
That's what I'm understanding. I was actually reading on that late last night and I was getting groggy.
Right. Right. Very interesting. So it's going to kind of be distributed. They're not going to be able to take it down. This is Barr defends Trump probe, rips Comey, FBI for failure of leadership.
Corn for to be cut.
General in Chicago
Sorry, let's check it
today,
out.
where President Trump will be speaking next hour to a meeting of police chiefs. Barr telling Fox News the investigation into how the Russia probe got started is making great headway.
Durham, who's the U.S. Attorney for Connecticut, is in charge of the investigation, and I understand he's making great progress. As you know, he's a 35-year veteran of the department, great reputation for nonpartisanship. He was selected by 2 Democratic attorney generals to do sensitive investigations for them. He's a by-the-book kind of guy. He's thorough and fair, and I'm confident he's going to get to the bottom of things.
That interview happening just moments ago. David
You think Shady?
in Chicago.
Panic.
Look, Shady.
Hey, Sandra, good morning from Chicago at the
Wait,
International...
sorry. Look at this Q post. Wait, where did it go? Here it is. Wait, oh, jeez, I tell you.
That's number 1. There you
it
go.
is. So this is the Q post, guys. 33887919. AG and Rogers meeting? Durham and Rogers meeting? Why did Rogers retire? Why did Rogers visit POTUS at Trump Tower without authorization shortly after a skiff was installed? Why did select former ABC directors call for the removal of Rogers? Why did POTUS move his transition command center, base of ops, from Trump Tower to the very next day? Because he was being spied on, folks.
I'm sure that he had a very, very interesting story for Mr. Durham that day.
He did. So Durham is investigating the criminalization, and Comey and Brennan and Clapper were all told to do so by who, Shady? By who? Barack Hussein Obama. All right.
And this post tells us as well that what they did is they installed a bunk skiff in Trump Tower, and Rogers was there to tell him, hey, you can't use this skiff.
Yeah.
Right?
They bugged
so
it.
that's whenever they went to New Jersey, and that was part of the story that Mr. Durham was getting there.
That's right. That's right, Shady. I mean, good point. Thank you for pointing that out. So I'm telling you right now, guys, we are witnessing history. Happy anniversary, Q.
Happy anniversary.
Let's go to that first Q post, Shady. And a lot of people will ask about it.
Lock her up.
This is number 1, right? Hillary Clinton will be arrested between 7:45 a.m. and 8:30 a.m. Eastern on Monday, the morning on October 30th, 2007. So this is not a Q post, okay? Just so you know.
That's a response.
That is an anonymous saying Hillary will be arrested. Then Q
Correct.
said... HRC extradition already in motion, effective yesterday with several countries in case of cross-border run. Passport approved to be flag, effective on 10:30 at 12:01 a.m. Expect massive riots organized in defiance and others fleeing the U.S. to occur. U.S. militaries will conduct the operation while National Guard activated. Proof check. Locate a new National Guard member and ask if active duty for 10:30 across most major cities. Now, everybody's saying, well, Q said that Hillary was arrested on October 30th. I say he didn't.
He didn't say that.
I don't think Q said that, folks.
Q did not say that.
This is an anon. This is not Q.
That's a narrative.
Okay. Now,
Q was speaking to someone.
Yes, Q says, well, HRC extradition is already in motion. And effective yesterday.
It could have been a plant comment to respond to his own comment, because now we know what it means to get people moving. Wow, look at the way Q posts over the last 2 years moved the Mockingbirds, moved the Deep State, moved Brennan, moved Comey, made them make tremendous mistakes.
So
took pictures of them, filmed them all.
So the Mockingbird media says HRC detained, not arrested yet. Where's Huma? Follow Huma. I mean, this has nothing to do with Russia yet, because Russia's gonna. They have, why do you think they want Russia quiet, Shady? You think they got all the ammo about Uranium One?
I was good. They gave them everything. Red button. Let Vladimir know.
And this is Q Post 2. Why does POTUS surround himself with generals? What is military intelligence? Why go around the 3-letter agencies, guys? Remember that Patriots soapbox general that said that there's about 100 people that he goes for his intelligence because he can't trust the intelligence agency, Shady? Mm-hmm. Could that be the Q team? What Supreme Court case allowed the use for military intelligence versus congressional assembled and approved agencies, who has the ultimate authority over our branches of military without approval conditions unless 90 plus days, right, in wartime condition. What is the military code? Where is AW being held? Why? POTUS will not go on TV to address nation. POTUS must isolate himself to prevent negative optics. POTUS knew removing criminal rogue elements as first step was essential to free and pass legislation. Who has access to everything classified? Do you believe Hillary, Rodham, Clinton, Soros, Hussein Obama, executive have more power than Trump? Fantasy. Whoever controls the office of presidency controls this great land. They never believed for a moment that they, Democrats and Republicans, guys, would lose control. This is not an R versus D battle. Why did Soros donate all of his money recently? Why would he replace his why would he place his funds, all of his funds, in an RC? Mockingbird 103017. God bless, fellow patriots. All right, guys, so go back, start reading Q posts, folks. It's all there. We keep showing you over and over, Shady, right?
We're going to continue to.
We're going to continue, and we need your help, guys. We need to help. You need to help us, help you, and support if you can, guys. And even if it's just retweeting, guys. That's what
like, share, subscribe, retweet. However you can spread the message. Share with other people in your family that this is what's actually happening in the world. It is the truth, Matrixx. It's the truth. Nothing else you can say. There's no denying this. All the MAGACO and Pasobics in the world cannot deny this, and they're going to act like they understood it before too, but we know the truth, man.
That's right. And I want to end this show, Shady, with a song, and it was written on Constitution Day, September 9th, and happy anniversary to our awesome Q Patriots. God bless you. Godspeed. Let's listen to JT Wild, Shady. What do you think? JT Wild, Digital Soldiers. I love all you guys. Where we go, one, we go all. Hit 17 for Q. Number 2 anniversary.
We have an army of digital soldiers. And blood, praying for an answer to the Lord up above. How can just one man be the shelter from the storm, knowing that the real war has only just begun? The storm is getting closer. We are the digital soldiers. It's time they run for cover. We are the digital soldiers. Will be redeemed. The sacrifice they make won't be in vain. The fight for freedom is all that remains. We're gonna tell the people's story and make it right again. The storm is getting closer. We are the digital soldiers. The needless wars are over. We are the digital soldiers. We will bring the light to this field of fight. digital soldiers. Needless wars are over. We are the digital soldiers.
You're the digital soldiers, everybody.
We are the digital soldiers.
You are the news.
We are the digital soldiers.
Who are we?
We are the digital soldiers. We will bring the fight. Digital soldiers. Yes, we will bring the light to this field of fight. We are the digital soldiers.
I love this part. JT's car. That is a huge boom, Shady. That is a boom and a half. JT Wild.
That should get him dancing.
That should get him dancing. We got some breaking news. Let me get over to where Shady posted that because I had to change some things real quick. This is some sad news here. Getty
fire.
Evacuation map. Mandatory order zones, roads, and school closures, guys. Evacuations were ordered on the hillside communities near Getty Center early Monday morning after rapidly growing fire erupted along the 405. Shady, look at that.
Man, this is what I don't know how many folks out there in California, but this is crazy.
Shady, I'm in California.
Arnold, why are you turning people's power off out there? Because this is what's happening. They're turning people's power off, and then all of a sudden these fires are starting, man. And I don't know what they're doing, but it looks to really honestly be they're trying to cover up stuff, man.
Something's wrong.
They're setting stuff up. This is not normal. This doesn't happen like this. For the last 4 or 5 years, this has been going on. But now they're turning people's power off, and as soon as they turn their power off, there's fire.
Look at this. Look at these pictures,
They're
guys.
supposedly doing it because to prevent fire.
Right. It's weird, right? So obviously that doesn't work.
It's not working.
So there's something more going on than meets the eye, in my opinion, folks.
I agree too.
Watch
and definitely
California.
any California people that have any info, don't hesitate to contact us on Twitter and send us pictures or anything that's going on, or email either of us at ITM at the end of the Matrixxx anytime. We're definitely interested in knowing what's going on the ground.
That's right. And, we are with you, California. We pray for you. And this is not normal, guys. This is not normal. I mean, people are saying, what about the dumbs? They would love to see where the dumbs are, right? This is over 350,000 people are without power.
With Empire's low
I think it's
price
over a
guarantee,
million
you'll get
even
quality
now in total of California.
Yeah. Oh, over 350,000 under shutoff consideration amid wildfire threat. So this is another 350,000.
They're doing it because there's two different areas. There's what's going on north of San Francisco, the Santa Clarita area, and then there's what's going on outside of LA, the Getty area. But they're simultaneously happening. Power gets shut off, fires start, and I mean all these people are under evacuation orders. LeBron was running around looking for a hotel room. He was tweeting about like his house. All these houses in the Hollywood Hills are under threat right now.
Well, maybe you should be smart like Jordan and live in Florida.
Yeah, or maybe he should act like an American and quit bowing to communism.
You're looking at two different fires now. This is what is of growing concern for us. There is now a second fire called the Oak Fire that is burning in Calabasas. Folks in the booth, I just want to make sure I get this right. The Calabasas is on the left.
On the right. All right, on the left. Okay, sorry.
The freeway on the left is Calabasas now, and that is called the Oak Fire, and that is a new threat that has hit Southern California. That is actually the 101 freeway that we're seeing, and this is not too far from the 101 and 405 where the Getty Center fire is burning, but we want to let you know a second fire has broken out yet again next to a freeway, this time the 101, and the firefight you see on the right-hand side, that is back to the Getty fire, the original fire. I think that is Rachel Brown's camera. She's shooting it from a ridge a little distance away, but you saw the ground crew in there fighting it. You see the tremendous amount of fuel on the right-hand side. That is the Getty fire. On the left-hand side, that is called the Oak Fire, burning right now in Calabasas. So just like last week, and we often see this happen.
They did actually catch one person
when a major fire.
Who, they caught a lady setting a fire next to the freeway yesterday, or day before.
Wow!
So they're sending people out. I swear, I think they're sending people out to start these things, or they're using some sort of weapons, DEWs or something as they turn the power off. they've also.
So we've got the power off, Shady. Is this going to be dark to light? When is California?
I don't know, but
become
I mean,
good. You know what I'm saying?
Well, one thing that they've done is they've taken people's ham radios transponders down.
Yeah,
they're forcing people to take down their transponders. Now, what that does is it gives people only line of sight communication. In other words, if I have a walkie-talkie or a CB radio, I can get a couple miles away, but I can't really know what's going on in LA if I'm in San Francisco in California, because the ham radio transponders are being taken down. The state-run transponders are being taken down in California, and you're being told you're not allowed to have equipment on your property any longer. Now, to me, it only seems like there's one reason for that, and that would be to prevent you from communicating with each other. In situations just like this, you could warn your neighbor of fire.
Right.
With a ham radio.
Right.
But,
and it could be like, oh my God, I need medication. I need this. I need
anything.
Survival stuff for your loved ones.
How many people have oxygen and stuff now? You're talking about turning 1 million people's power out. How many people? I mean, you're on stuff that keeps you alive, that's connected to the outlet.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Craziness.
So just remember, guys.
What a Monday, brother.
It's a very amazing Monday. We'll see you tomorrow on the Matrixxx Groove Hour. Shady, I mean, are you tired yet?
I'm not going to get tired. You're not gonna force it out of me.
You're not tired of winning?
No, sir.
I am not tired of winning either, guys. This has been the Matrixxx Groove Hour for Monday. Q-University number 2. Happy anniversary, Q team and POTUS. God bless you all, guys. We'll be back here tomorrow. And I'm going to just, this is an updated vid by 55 or VV on Twitter, on YouTube, or crank_the_crank. Let's check out our an ending that we're going to end with today. Check it out, guys.
We have an army.
That's Shady Groove with 3 O's on Twitter, In the Matrixx with 3 X's on Twitter, InTheMatrixx.com. Don't forget our Facebook group, The Matrixxx Groove Hour on Facebook. We're here for you every day. Much love. Peace.